What is your process for design?
You know, the basic of my process is highly influenced by nature. So I call it the biodesign process. But to explain what the biodesign is, so if you take nature as a full example of, you know, the best solutions in life. So think about the bird you see today flying. It took 4.2 billion years to get, you know, at that level. So his engineering, his capabilities of, you know, taking advantage of the air, all the structure that how the bird is done, it wasn't actually cost effect in time. I mean, in minutes, it took time to get there. So that solution is proven. So think in the same way, how many other solutions are in nature already resolved, and how can you use them? So biodesign process, what it does is allow you to understand how those principles, those solutions can be extrapolated and induced into the process. Because there are so many variables and differences in nature, you have a big array of opportunities, you know, in how to resolve a problem that can be infused automatically and right away into a project, you know, in the phase of discovery, in the phase of testing. And so that cycle, that, you know, continuous change in interaction, you know, that you can do will allow you to define and design things faster, if you want, also innovative or unique, but more importantly in a variety of ways that no anyone can do, because again that model is already proven. So I'm using that idea into the daily products we do in Kids 2, and with that also is the mindset, because to understand nature, it requires a multidisciplinary team. It's not something that goes in one with sense or another. So you need a team of people to do that, and that's what we're trying to replicate also, you know, in the company right now.
What creates a design mindset?
Being open is actually something very simple to say, very hard to do. And openness is something that, in my mind, is what have made, at least for us, for Kids too, but even in my personal experience, the driver for innovation. So no good ideas come from one person, come from everyone, and in every level. So it goes up and down, every direction, 360. That means also not only the internal teams, but also external. So I think the capability in how to manage that process and simplify, again, the communication, and then identify those elements that, you know, by joining or integrating in a unique way can make the difference. That's really, you know, the magic. That's the sauce, you know, the secret sauce. But unless you don't practice and put together that type of environment, and my mindset will never work. So
What influences toy design today?
feel the fact that everything is connected, smart is actually everywhere. These are realities that, you know, have big influence in how we can train or teach our kids. So that for me is one influencer. The second one is the, you know, constant change and how life is moving. So adapting to that speed and that, you know, process. We are tailoring everything for millennials, so it's also a culture, a completely different mindset. So all of these are big influencers. The fact that you know, we have to think about how to protect the environment, how to actually create longevity into what we do. So those for me are big elements that I'm trying to actually influence the team to think about it, and all them pivot around the user, you know, the person, in this case the baby, and the parents that actually help that life to grow. So that for me is the whole complexity of the problem that we need to resolve, and it's a big challenge to make it right.
What is your advice to young professionals?
I would put three lines. It started to being always very curious about what the next can be, or open for opportunities. Number two would be, you know, is you need to be very optimistic, because everything that we do may or may not be, you know, successful, but is actually the intention that counts, you know. So start with that. And then number three, I would say, you know, is trial and error. So we need to be open to make mistakes, but make it faster. So the faster you make the mistake, the better you learn and recover to do new things. Life is, you know, it's all about being curious, being also challenge yourself, to make something different. So.
What excites you about Kids 2?
Two is, you can touch people's life from the beginning. So the fact that you can deliver solutions to families and babies, that you can impact his life forever, long term, that's something for me very exciting. It's never the same day, before, and it's always something new to learn every day here.